Let's get that motorcycle out. Just gonna need a key, won't we? You think she'll crank? Well, that annoys me. It won't crank, and I went to the trouble of buying and attaching a battery tender and having it on there all winter so that the battery wouldn't be dead. Battery's not completely dead, but it ain't got enough fire in it to turn it over. So I'm thinking, well, what kind of a rip-off battery tender was that if it wouldn't keep the battery alive? So, that means I got to get to the battery to charge it so I can crank it. And that's going to be annoying, I'm just saying. Well, the battery wasn't that hard to get to. It's right under this cover. And the only problem with getting that cover off is this thing has these big buddy pegs on the back, and you have to get them off to get that cover off. But got it on the charger now, so we'll heat it up and crank it. I don't know if I would need a new battery this year or not. The only way to tell is to charge it up and crank it and ride around a little bit and see if it seems like it's okay. As it was my impression, the whole idea of the battery tender was that it would keep the battery hot so that when you went to use it, it'd be ready and the battery wouldn't freeze and get cold in the winter and stop working. Well, I guess that didn't happen. It's annoying, but it is what it is. Maybe that's a bigger battery than that thing was sold for, because that is a bigger battery than you would have on, say, well, I'm thinking probably like a 350 Honda wouldn't have a battery that big. I could be wrong, though. I'm thinking I hadn't looked at a 350 Honda since I was 16 years old, so who knows what they got for a battery nowadays. Anyway, we'll hot that up for a few minutes and then we'll push all the buttons and see if she starts. And this thing's been going long enough to have a little hot in the battery, I think. If I can get her to fire up. Oh, I'm just loving it. It feels like summer, and I'm getting the bike out, and I can see the Ford again, and there are hot rods in there. Then let's take her for a ride. Let's go somewhere. I ain't gonna leave the yard because I don't have my license on me, but I can take her around the driveway.